Dave, a massive effort there against a big Barrow pack. I said in my little report then, come of age today, Salford. I thought, but the defeat, but you must be proud of that effort. Fantastic.
Oh, it's probably 2 weeks on the spin. We've been
Yeah,
by far the better team, to be honest, and I think the best team lost unfortunately today. Like I said, Barrow couldn't live with us. They couldn't live with us. You know, we talked a lot about their pack, and they've probably got the best pack in the championship,
yeah.
to be honest. And we've not only matched it, which I talk about, we actually bettered them. And they didn't look half the pack that they have been in the last few weeks. So immensely proud of the effort, the buy-in from the lads the last few weeks in terms of what we've put in place. I thought the 1-17 was absolutely outstanding.
You just couldn't get over that try. 2 points in front there. It was. What do you think it was? We just couldn't break them down. Couldn't even credit their defence. But
Yeah, I think we were just camped on their line, and probably just a little bit of detail in attack, really. Getting to the right defenders. Probably could have pulled the trigger one or two times where we decided to run. Which, listen, we're inexperienced in terms of the half, so they're going to do that sometimes in the game. But yeah, I just thought there was probably one or two moments we could have potentially pulled the trigger and we would have potentially got them. But listen, we'll learn from it. We'll have a look at it through the week and. We'll assess it and go forward. But I just thought it was probably our detail and our attack just wasn't quite right, particularly on goal line.
it's always disappointing to lose a game like that. But how proud are you about where the club's going and where the team's come from where we were in January when we played Barrow away?
Yeah.
It's worlds apart now, isn't it?
Yeah, massive. Like you said, I probably last night when I was thinking about the game today, I think it was the second game of the year when we went to Barrow away, and compared to what we did last week, we're just miles ahead of probably where we should be, to be honest. But that's just a credit to all the squad in terms of the buy and what they've done in training through the week and stuff like that to get us where we are today. We're probably ahead of where we should be, which is brilliant. Which is brilliant as a team and as a squad. And listen, that will hurt us. That will hurt us in terms of today and tomorrow and stuff. But like you said, if you look at the bigger picture and where we was kind of even 6-8 weeks ago to now, massive improvements.
Massive performance from Cameron Bate as well. I thought, on loan, he was outstanding today for you.
Yeah, I think Cam's been growing week on week with us, to be honest, and I think you bang on. I thought he was man of the match by an absolute mile. Particularly in that first 20 minutes, he just laid the platform. He's not big in stature compared to most middles, but what he has got is he's got an art of a lion, to be honest. And that's all I said to him before the game. I said, listen, just run with plenty of punch, and I thought he did that. He was magnificent. He was magnificent today.
Cheers, Dave.
All right, Dave, defeat today. Well, what an effort.
Yeah, we were so close. All the effort and the physicality. I thought we matched it massively in terms of that's what Barrow bring. And thought we nullified their threats. We talked about kind of tightening up our middle unit through the week. And listen, if they're going to score in corners, which they did. So yeah, we talked about that a lot in terms of just tightening up the middle because we had to match them physically. So everything we talked about, we implemented in the game. And listen, it just come down to fine margins in that second half, really.
Do you think that games like this show how far we've come?
Yeah, massively. Barrow are up there. I think they're third in the table. They might have gone second, I'm not too sure, but they are an established championship team fighting to get, obviously pushing up that table. So they are a huge team. They've won the last 5 as well, quite convincingly. Apart from the one last week, which Dewsbury went up. I think it was 28-0 in the first half, but they come back and won like 39-28 or something like that. So listen, there was no switching off this week in terms of what they was going to come and bring, and we had to be on it from minute one. And like I said last week, I thought that was our best performance last week, but I think we've actually matched it today as well in terms of what we've showed there today.
Yeah, Abel and Hughes linked up really well, but 1-17 were just tremendous.
Yeah, like you said, I can't really pick much out. Cam was outstanding in the middle. I thought Jack Bibby played longer minutes than what he usually does, but again, he was outstanding. But like you said, I think 1-17, he was just brilliant. And I think it just come down to them fine margins, especially in our attack detail on goal line. I think some end of sets in that second half just kind of lost a little bit of control, but overall, I'm just massively proud of that effort that the guys just showed today.
Yeah, North Wales next week, another challenge.
Yeah, no, they're signing a few players, getting a few players in. They've had a few weeks together now, so I know we only played them probably 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, but that'll present a different challenge again. They've had a few weeks of training together, building some combinations, so that'll be a tougher test than what we had away from home. So yeah, listen, we can't rest up. We've got to go again next week, and hopefully we can get 2 points on the board.
Brilliant, Dave. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Dave, big performance today, as the guys have said. I didn't think I'd be asking this question on the back of a loss, but for me, that was probably one of our best performances of the season. Where do you rank that?
Yeah, I think it's up there. I think it's up there 100%. like I said, I think last week in terms of a complete performance, attack and defence was probably our best. But like you said, I think it was definitely up there. The Batley game was huge. But yeah, that game today again, I thought was definitely probably the second off the back of last week as well. So.
They, at the end of the game, they celebrated like they'd won the league, and I think that kind of tells its own story. What's the mood like in our dressing room at the moment?
Yeah, listen, I've just said to them there in terms of we can't lose our confidence from the defeat today, and ultimately the best team lost, and that's all that got said in there. Then in terms of the best team lost, even from Barrow and the opposition and the players coming off, they said the best team lost, and I think it's right. But yeah, listen, it's going to be a sore one. It's going to be a sore one because it feels like 2 points have been taken away from us. But in terms of confidence and effort, it was outstanding. I can't fault them anymore.
I was Brad at the end of the game. Then obviously went off for HIA later on in the game, but. How was he doing? Is he
yeah,
right?
he seemed all right in the change room and stuff like that. I had a quick chat with him and stuff, and he felt fine. But you know what it's like with these collisions. You know, one minute you might be fine, the next minute you might not. So we'll make sure the doctors and the medical team assess him, and he's in the best care possible going into the next few weeks.
Yeah, big week coming up now with the readiness for North Wales. What are some of the key things you think you'll take out of that performance today to try and, I guess, take into that game next week?
Yeah, I think to be honest, like I said, the performance was probably 9.5 out of 10 today. So it's just and going into this week as well, it was just literally reiterating the same message in terms of keep doing what we've been doing. Defensively, I thought we've been outstanding probably since before the Hunslet game. I think defensively, the systems and the structures that we're putting in place, we've implemented massively. So, focus last week against Workington was putting our attacking structures and getting the detail right in that, which I thought defensively and attack we did. Barrow are a tougher opposition, further up the table than Workington. So it's just making sure that we continually get that detail right in attack when we are getting more pressure on us from the better teams, if you like, in Barrow. So, listen, there's no panic, there's no stress. I'll assess it tonight and tomorrow in terms of watching it back and stuff like that and look at some of the stuff we worked on. But like I said, looking back now, there's probably a little detail in attack, especially on goal line. But other than that, I thought we was outstanding.